Looking for a new podcast? Come escape with Dice Company, a D&D adventure where 4 unlikely friends battle an evil empire. We've got epic storytelling,
Time for a new life, maybe a new name to go with his new face.
thrilling fights,
What he'd like to do is kick this guy in his zombie balls.
terrible teamwork,
If you want to do it, you can do it yourself.
and an extremely literal automaton.
For the mushrooms to work, they must be passed through a reindeer, and you must drink their urine.
That's Dice Company, available wherever you get your kicks.
Pink Fohawk is a crass, vulgar, violent, raunchy podcast that is meant for immature adult audiences only. Content warning is available in the description.
Welcome to Pink Fohawk. Welcome to Pink Fohawk, everybody. Dan, Chris, welcome back.
The gang is back together.
The gang is back.
Just the trio.
It's weird. Justin became like a part of us. He was like the fifth Beatle, if you
Justin was the purest tabletop gamer any of us have ever met, and I feel like now we're all posers again. Like for a second there,
will. For a second there, he knew he was someone on Ben's level who actually knew maybe what he was doing.
Yeah, I'm missing some of that support.
And I think we opened him up to a stranger sense of humor that he may not have. I mean, he brought it from the very beginning with the weirdness of his character, but
It got creepy.
trust me, I know Justin, and he is strange and in the best of ways. But
Justin's listening. He's like, "What the
He's
fuck?"
like, fuck those assholes. Justin's awesome. Thank you again, Justin, for joining us. That was fucking incredible. And
Can I just say, we've been knocking it out of the park on all of our guests.
Oh, yeah.
Our guest players have been fucking sick.
You mean you've been knocking it out of the park on all of our guests?
Yeah, that was a humble brag.
Dan knows who's right to bring in. Dan knows who's right.
I got an eye for talent. The third person I brought in was my brother Dave. Larry Lair Bear
The cooking.
in the Thanksgiving special last year.
The dad of the wife.
Yes.
I sounded like Cosby. The dad of the wife, dad of the wife. The fellow has a wife, you see, and her dad.
Damn, that was good Cosby.
The now disgraced Bill Cosby. Yes.
Way disgraced.
The only pop culture references we make are canceled individuals.
Yeah, they're very old references, which means they hopefully age well, and they usually don't. Here's the thing: I want to plug a lot of things.
Do it.
There are many things I want to plug.
Okay.
And if only you two were here with me. Weird. No, we have our social channels, people. Join them up. I want to plug our YouTube. Just joking. Just kidding.
Right,
just
right.
kidding about plugging my friends and their orifices.
You're like, I want to peg our YouTube. Peg them hard.
Can't quite put my finger in it.
I love it. Please sub or dom to our YouTube channel and our Twitter feed, and I guess it's called X now, and it looks like a creepy porn website. But
It might as well be, but that's the world we live in now.
Fucking Twitter.
We also are on TikTok.
We are?
We're on TikTok.
Because I downloaded that app. We're on TikTok.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what I'm doing. It just gets sadder and sadder. I'm on you spank.
This is the same conversation we had 2 years ago about Twitter. We were just like, I use Twitter. Like, fucking 40-year-old dads.
Fucking A, dude.
We're on Cam Girls USA.
Yeah. You're like, we're on Tinder and Grindr.
I sign us up on every, So find Pink Fohawk, swipe right, and we'll plug even more things.
Plug it all.
One thing I want to say, Reddit is a tough place. It's full of toxic, shitty, just the worst fucking vitriol.
He's talking
of
about you.
humanity.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, fans? Fan? You hear that,
Well,
fan?
our fan. No, look.
He's talking about you.
Fan?
There's people that hate us now?
Well, my point was, Reddit is pretty universally known as a shithole of the internet.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of shitty people.
You're in it.
And Shadowrun for a long time kind of came off that way because there's a bunch of the Shadowrun subreddit, because it was a bunch of people that hated Shadowrun, but yet they stuck around the Shadowrun subreddit to talk about how much they hate Shadowrun. And anyone that was happy and joined Shadowrun to go, hey, what's this game about? They'd be like, get out and don't even play it. It sucks.
Right.
It was a terrible place. But lately it's been a pretty positive place, and we've been received very well on there, and I really appreciate everybody who's
What a twist.
helped lift us up on.
So you're trying to say that we're actually sick on there?
There are people that are sick on Reddit, and they're making themselves known.
Did we change Reddit? Did we save Reddit?
Well, I don't think we saved it.
Did Pink Fohawk save Reddit?
We saved Shadowrun subreddit.
Okay.
Wow.
I love when we're taking credit for that.
I'll settle for that.
Some cool people came out of the woodwork and are like, it's just a much more positive space. What I want, guys, from our fans, if we could
thank
get...
God. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, don't ask anything of me.
Yeah, Dan, if I could get you to create a Reddit account and understand how it works.
I think it's funny if you ask him to do like one of those... I'm so fucking old. One of those fucking flash mobs somewhere. You're like, if we could get everyone to show up at this place at this...
Yeah, if we could all show up at the Waffle House parking lot, and we always sound like Giuliani giving a press conference. The RPG subreddit, they fucking hate actual plays. They fucking hate them. Anytime anyone puts like their podcast up, it gets downvoted into oblivion. Like people, they just fucking hate them. And I've put us out there a couple times, and we just get fucking dunked on, like just like smacked down. So I would really appreciate it if someone from our fan base could like just go on the subreddit and see if maybe you have better luck than me. That'd be pretty cool. That's my next target now. I want to get in there. I want to get these people, change some minds, get them not hating on
Ben
everything.
wants to change the world.
That's admirable.
Ben wants to change the world.
I am an idealistic idiot. That's all I had to say. You guys have any announcements?
No.
Not really.
You guys finding the same things I am in the Reddit RPG subreddit space?
Yeah. I've noticed.
I know what we can do. We can do intros. Can you guys give me your intros, please?
Hey, Shadow Punks.
I love the grunt. First of all, I just love that grunt.
My name's Dan, and I play Dystopian. Just a mountain of meaty troll muscle out here looking for a friend, cracking skulls and crushing balls.
I like that. That was the most relaxed Dan read I've ever had.
That was. How about you, Chris? Can we get your intro, please?
Well, so I'm John Anderson. I'm a yuppie 80s businessman, Shadowrunner. He's been a Shadowrunner for a long time, let's be honest. He used to work for a giant megacorp, and that used to be his story. That now he's deep into Shadowrunning. But he's still a yuppie. He's still an asshole, but now he has a cult. He's fucking weird. If you like Steven Seagal, you might like John. Try my product.
The way you started that, I thought you were going to sing that like Johnny Cash. You're like, so I'm John Anderson. It's just like it had that beat to it. Like I think before we're done, you have to sing your intro like Johnny Cash in one of these.
That's the worst intro I've ever done.
No, it's fantastic.
Dude, you both had a very down-home, folksy feel to your intros.
We're Shadowrun 2024, we're running a campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
Vote for Tina, vote for John. Who are you going to vote for? Red versus blue.
Listen, vote 2024 Shadowrun. I'm not kidding around.
Not kidding around, guy.
I'm not kidding around. I love Dana Carvey's impression of it. That was like the funniest.
Yeah, totally. We're too old, men. Try to remember where we are right now and what we're doing, who we are.
Yeah, and all we can talk about is how old the other one is. That's it.
Exactly.
We haven't done Shadow Facts in a little while, but I'm going to open it up to some Shadow Facts if you guys have them tonight.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so as we all know, the Bahamas ended in success but disaster. Tina didn't quite know how to process all of that trauma. It was a lot. She's only been given one gift in her entire life, and it was from Leia Bear, and it was a mixtape, a cassette tape. And she's basically just been listening to that thing on her Sony F1 Walkman, just on repeat, burning through that tape.
I love that.
That's beautiful.
That was beautiful.
It's like Star-Lord.
Wow.
It is exactly like Star-Lord, yeah.
That's amazing. Poor Tina.
I want to add to the saga of Yam Hammer.
Do it.
Where he's getting a little afraid of Yam Hammer, that Yam Hammer might be trying to break out of the walls.
Nice.
He's ported Yam Hammer from the smallest kind of Commodore 64 setup when he was a child to increasingly stronger computer sizes, and it's become sentient and become aware, and he's afraid that it's going to escape onto the open internet.
Oh, shit.
And become stronger than him. He's trying to hold it back. Yam Hammer's still his best friend, but he's getting a little bit scared of Yam Hammer.
So is John like battling it with his own like computer programming like rudimentary skills?
He's keeping it entertained. He's keeping it at bay. He's keeping it.
He's playing war games with it.
He's playing war games with it.
Playing tic-tac-toe with Yam Hammer, so it like breaks the system.
Yam Hammer is running the cult and coming up with the book of John and helping. He's keeping it, interested.
Yes.
Keeping it
sated. I like that he's got like his own little shop of horrors going. Like,
He does.
Yum Hammer's this little fucking creature beast.
But he's afraid. He's afraid someone's going to find out. Maybe Tina or somebody will find out about Yum.
These are awesome.
The latest build of Yum Hammer is Yum 64.
Yum
He's got 64 bit. He's getting stronger. He's getting better.
64 bits. Now, is it true 64 bit?
True
Or is this like the
64
bit
bit.
where, oh, wow, John. Oh, my God.
It's right at the edges of John's capabilities as a programmer.
Yeah, exactly. 64 bits of hot RAM.
Yeah,
I love that. Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah,
These are
man.
fucking. I love how emotional.
Yes.
I love how our characters are so stupid on at the surface level. They're both stupid caricatures of people, but we have these layers of deep.
Of course.
Dude, I couldn't. That's not stupid. Like, there's nothing more real than that. You want to know a true story? My brother and I, back in the 1990s, we shared a room. We had bunk beds.
Like, our girlfriends blew up on boats. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I triggered that.
No, dude. One night, we used to listen to Star 102.5 back in Iowa.
Nice.
It was 90s love songs at 9 o'clock at night. And one night we called in and we got our song played. And we were big Boyz II Men fans. So it was like,
Oh, nice.
I'll Make Love to You by Boyz II Men. So it was just like two brothers, like preteen brothers in their bedroom calling in I'll Make Love to You by Boyz II Men. And we got it. It was the pinnacle of our childhoods. That's what I want to say.
That's beautiful.
So Tina's mixtape is just mainly the greatest hits of Boyz II Men from Leia Barrett.
Oh,
Nice.
just smooth.
Love Line. Remember that show?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
With Adam Carolla?
90s was real love. Let's just say it now.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
just say it now. Like, not sense.
Also,
not
like,
sense.
Isn't it crazy to think back as like how simple it was because you were so excited that you got your suggestion on a radio show?
Yeah.
It was a different time.
Thank you for the Shadow Facts, guys. I'm going to get you into the world.
Do it.
Last time, after securing Thorber Bradshaw, John, Tina, and Sosu encountered a creepy cult of volunteer hosts, blasted their way out of the Uniz Inc. facility, escaping hordes of honest-to-shit bugs, and even an all-out bombardment on the headquarters itself.
Fucking wasps.
Oh.
The four of you were then rescued by pirates aboard the USS Ronald Reagan. That's a little detail I just put in there. It's the USS Ronald Reagan.
Hilarious.
Aircraft carrier where you learned Leah Bradshaw had tailed you here and had paid for their assistance to get you all out. The celebration was short-lived, however, when Leah and Thorber attempted to get away on a speedboat,
Yes.
only to be overcome.
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 Covered with cum.
Overcome Palation? Overcome shot cocktail?
Palation.
Only to overcome to Cream Pie Village, only to be overcome by the pursuing Corp security frigates. The ordeal ended with a fiery explosion when Thorber, refusing to be captured with his sister, detonated the few grenades and C4 he had lifted from both John and Tina.
That's right.
So that's where we left off. And now, obviously, according to your Shadow Facts, I kind of love it. Like, we are forward in time.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm going to fill in a few blanks between here and there right
Please
now.
do.
John and Tina, it's been a couple of days. You feel rested. You're riding aboard a dual prop transport plane. Fairchild, stepchild.
Stepmom. You're like getting all, it's all porn related. You're like, stepmom.
Everything's stepsister. Yeah.
Overcome by the stepmom.
Fairchild. I think it's so specific. Aboard the Fairchild C-119 flying boxcar transport plane. These things, I don't know if you guys know what these things are, but they're like dual prop. They got the twin tails on the back.
Oh, yeah.
And at the middle, it's a transport plane. So like literally it's just like a cargo hold
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
This cabin is filled with crates and boxes all strapped down to the floor. And there's not even any seats. You guys are sitting on like makeshift benches from
like Navy SEALs.
boxes on either
It's
side.
all-
Yeah, like Navy SEALs.
It's all J Bones Novacoke coming back to Seattle.
Yeah,
like every
yeah.
single crate is packed full of white powder.
That'd be awesome.
The plane is deafeningly loud. It's and uncomfortable. It's like it's
sick.
the exact opposite of your trip into the Bahamas. Like that was like full comfort. This is like the opposite. You're like mail being shipped back
Yeah.
to UCAS.
I love if the plane goes down and we're on an island like Castaway for like a whole season.
I'm like, it's funny. I'm like rolling dice to see if the plane wrecks and you guys die and shit. It's just like, why are you doing this? I mean, I was gonna let you guys play through this. You guys tell me what you want to do. You guys want to play through some of this, or do you guys want me to just skip to Seattle? I mean, I had
You
some
set the
things I wanted
scene.
to
I don't
do.
care. Like,
Well, I'm actually just asking you because your Shadow Fact was further ahead.
I can retcon my Shadow Fact to be like, Tina's been listening to this cassette tape on repeat. And now she's still listening to
Okay.
it in the plane. Like,
Cool.
Every time Tina wasn't in the conversation of the last 6 episodes, she was basically listening to this cassette tape with the best hits of Boyz II Men from Leia Bear that Leia Bear gave her about a week before they broke up 2 years ago. Then she died, and now she's just sitting on this cargo plane just listening to
Running
it
through the hits.
on repeat.
Back to back.
And I want to say, like, right at this moment where you leave off at narration, the cassette tape, like, burns out and the tape fucking breaks in the Walkman.
No.
Oh, wow. You see it fucking...
Just like, yep. And it's just like fucking drone of the dual props. And Tina's pupils just kind of fucking dilate. And she just like crushes down on the Walkman with her fucking hand and just fucking destroys it.
Oh, wow.
John, you see this? You're sitting directly across from each other.
I'm like...
You see her crush that
It's funny if I just give like a little like nod, like I know something. I know that's important.
Yeah.
Tina just keeps staring. She doesn't change anything. She just stares.
I love it. Yeah, you guys are in this fucking cargo hold. It's super loud, drafty, rickety. You can hear like the fucking like different buckles and belts, and like it's just like creaking like this fucking plane.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a fucking troll in it too. It's like heavy. You can see the pilot up ahead into the pilot cockpit, and he's flying. He's a dwarf, Bahamian dwarf.
Bahamian.
Sweaty. It's hot in this fucking thing. He's got a white tank top on. That's pretty much all you can see, his shoulders from over the chair.
Yeah.
And he's got his fucking dreads going.
Yeah.
He kind of turns back. Hey, you speak to your boss woman
God.
lately. I gotta get us into trouble somehow.
Oh my God.
I'm my own boss, goddammit.
Yeah, no, the woman in the suit.
Oh.
Is he talking about Leia Bear?
I can't remember her name. What's your contact's name that you called before you?
Oh, you're talking about Penny Ward?
Penny Ward.
No shit.
Oh, I think it's funny that you're getting pissed. You're like, don't you fucking say her name.
Don't you fucking say her name.
Get her name out your fucking mouth.
You didn't say her name. But don't you fucking say her name.
Yeah, right. You know, Will Smith.
Get your fucking name out your fucking mouth.
You slap him and does like a 10 serious.
She takes her crushed Walkman and just fucking flings it up into the cockpit and just like pings off the window.
Oh.
She doesn't throw it hard, but
It's like, hey, no, I'm talking about Penny Ward.
so you know her name.
Your boss woman. She paid for your passage.
Can we quickly?
Yeah.
Can you remind me who Penny Ward is?
Penny Ward is a contact of Tina. Tina called her up on the way into Alec Caldwell's condo.
Okay.
And it was kind of a funny bit, but like we didn't go any deeper than that because we didn't need her.
What does she do?
Yeah, why don't you go into who she is, Dan? You can go into it if you want
Yeah.
to.
So Penny Ward is one of Tina's contacts that I built like 2 years ago. She's a government agent. She happens to be one of Tina's clients, a sub-client.
Okay.
And Tina's been basically blackmailing Penny into being her contact or giving her a favor now and then because she's been secretly taping their sessions together. Because you're allowed to make 2 contacts in Shadowrun 2E. And so that was the only way I could think of why a government agent would be indentured to Tina. So
Got it. Perfect.
So Tina looks down at her phone, her brick phone, and sees that she has missed a page from Penny Ward, just a callback number. Just give me 1 second. She dials up the number for Penny.
And you hear, 4 or 5 different dial tones as this call gets kind of redirected through different directories, whatever, bouncing off different satellites. She picks up. Tina?
Penny, is this you?
This is Penny.
I missed your page.
Yes. No, thank you for the call back. I hope the arrangements are to your liking.
You get a little loud.
And I mean, this thing's fucking like...
It's hard to hear you. Let me put you in my the headset real quick. She plugs in directly into her ear port.
Well, I can tell you, whoever started and coordinated the pirates' attack on the mainland, as far as I could tell, they did the Bureau a favor. The Unison Inc. were on our watch list already, actually, for working with Universal Brotherhood, so I can't elaborate on that further, of course, since I don't have clearance for more information.
You knew about this.
I think it's going to clean up nicely. Whoever did that...
Well, I guess that's good for you, Penny.
I'm sorry, did I do something wrong?
I guess that works out really nice for you.
Tina's so sassy.
People were lost on this mission, Penny.
I don't know anything about that, Tina. You called me to get you out of there, and I think I'm pulling through on my end. Now listen to me. After we're done with this, we are through. Understand? I want you to delete these videos. I don't ever want to hear you calling me back. Are we clear? I think I've done my part. I've saved you from the clutches of pirates. I could use a thank you right now.
I wish the audience could see Dan's face.
Dan, really pissed. I think this concludes our association with each other, wouldn't you say? No more favors. We end it here. Are we clear?
He's just like gonna whip this fucking shit.
He's stewing.
Tina hangs up the phone.
2 minutes later, you get a call back.
Tina answers the phone. This is Tina.
By the way, this is awkward. Did you happen to find an earring in your place after our last session?
I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. Listen.
I'll swing by and pick it up in the next few days, I guess.
Oh, she's going to get sucked back in.
There's a new passcode on the door. Make sure you call up.
And then after that, it's bye forever. After I get my earring, okay? Then it's forever.
Tina hangs up the phone.
I think it's funny this government agent keeps trying to get out, but she can't admit
I'm
to
trying to
herself.
see. I don't know if you have something planned for her to help us out or not.
I just saw that Dan stare, and I'd be like, he's like, no one says no to me.
He looked like Michael Phelps before that fucking getting jacked.
I know it's not great radio. I just wanted to see if it played out.
We're cutting into a montage. Various planes,
Sweet.
trains, and automobiles for a full week. Because you guys are being shipped like mail. And very soon you are back in Seattle. We cut to a nondescript train station at night. It's pouring rain, and a squeaky old hover train slows long enough for you both to jump out. You hit the ground hard, roll on the rain-slicked cement through grime and trash strewn about. You're both stinky, dirty, stinky, disheveled. John, your beard is ratted. Tina, braids have all come out.
Son of a bitch.
Back in Seattle, baby.
Fucking shithole.
John, a rat steals your wallet.
Fucking place.
You trip on a cockroach and a rat steals your wallet.
Yeah. It's not good to be back. I think it's funny if no one's here to see either one of them. Like obviously Moonbeam's running my cult. Everything's been taken up. I'm basically dead.
Yeah, no one's even waiting for you.
No.
You guys just get back. Tina's the only one with maybe people that care about her that are around.
Tina's just kind of lost right now. She fucking falls out of that train and she just kind of rolls up on her knees. And for whatever reason, her best friend in the world, John, even
we just had a long road. It's I don't even want to see you for weeks.
Yeah, exactly. We one beer a week.
A full week road trip, basically.
Yeah.
And she just kind of gets up on her knees and just looks at John and just kind of doesn't wink, doesn't say a word, and just turns away and starts walking down the tracks.
Our running days could be over.
In the fucking rain.
I love this.
It takes a little while, but she gets all the way back to her apartment. She goes back into her boat garage, sits down. She's still got her headphones from her Walkman, but not the Walkman itself. She just kind of pulls another Walkman out of the drawer. It's got a different mixtape, not one from Leia Bear. Plugs that in and just sits down. She's already called up Randall Satgagger on the plane back.
Okay.
And arranged for a shipment to be delivered to her place with her new money. I'm assuming that's already there, and she starts working on it.
So we did actually get the money through from...
Yeah.
We did.
You got your cred sticks.
We got cred sticks. $70K.
Before the explosion.
She gave you all cred sticks, and Sosu got 2 cred sticks. And you got your money,
Bastard.
$70K a piece. John, as Tina's walking away down the tracks, a cab pulls up.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, buddy, you need a ride?
Me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Who sent you?
John's by himself in wet with trash.
He's still got his blonde wig on.
Me?
He's still got his fake mustache on. He's
Yeah, it's raining. You're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. You need a ride? Or what?
Yeah. Take me back.
All right, hop in. You step inside this, cab. It's a standard cab. You come in and sit down. There's a fucking TV screen out in the seat in front of you. Pretty late in the night for you to be out here on your own.
I can handle myself.
He squints
Just fucking drive, all right?
He squints into the rearview mirror and he goes, "Hey, you're the guy from that commercial. Stand up for yourself."
What?
Commercial.
You're the guy, right?
Commercial.
Dude, you're hilarious. My niece, she plays it all the fucking time. It's hilarious.
What are you fucking talking about?
I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject.
Stand up for yourself.
Maybe you're not the guy. I don't know. I thought you look exactly like the guy from the commercial. I don't know. Whatever. I'll drive. I'll just drive.
Okay.
So he drives and pulls you to wherever you're going, John. Where are you headed?
I'm headed home.
You're headed home? All right. Cutting to Tina.
Tina, little did you guys know, Tina had picked up a few welding lessons from Condor back when she was still working on the John Mobile. And she isn't necessarily all that good at it, but she had a special shipment come in from Randall Satgagger, which she has now paid for on credit with her money from the last run. Mm-hmm. And she's just kind of fucking working, Walkman in ear, and she's just fucking welding away on a project out in the boat garage.
I think it's funny if it's a fucking torture machine. Like, now it's like, you thought Tina was dark. Now she's like really gonna torture some fuckers. That's just funny.
Definitely gone into a dark place. Yeah.
I'm imagining like the underlit, the blue fucking arc light, like fucking lighting Tina as like,
Yeah, dude.
just like stressed, angered creases in her fucking skin. Like she's just pissed at everything.
She doesn't have the Leia Bear like Love Mix mixtape, which is sentimental value, but she does have Boyz II Men 2 on cassette tape. So she has most of Boyz II Men's best songs, and she's listening to that on cassette right now.
Yeah.
No End of the Road, but I'll Make Love to You is playing. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. No, I love the early stuff is good. Apparently, Boyz II Men 1, 2, great. Their later stuff, they changed their name from Boyz II Men to Men to Trolls. And apparently, it's mostly grunting. I imagine like Tina as a little girl with a Men to Trolls poster. Like they were like sexy fucking boy band.
Men to Trolls.
All right. So Tina's working on a secret project that none of us know about. I love it.
Yeah.
John, you roll up to your apartment you remember so well. The cab drops you off. You know, you pay your fee. He's been quiet the entire ride. He can tell that you don't want to be fucking talked to. He takes whatever your tip is and he lets you go. You walk into your lobby, and as you go into your elevator, you try to scan your thumbprint, you try to scan your eye print, your retinal scan, nothing is working.
Okay.
There's a couple of like super hippie looking people that walk into they're like vaping and, you know, slotting chips into their head, like a little, you know, whatever, the equivalent of a vape that's a chip in their head. Mm-hmm. And they walk over, something stupid that doesn't really do anything but just looks cool to them.
Right.
They walk in and one of them says, hey man, you need something?
What do you mean?
You going somewhere?
Going to my apartment. What are you talking about?
Oh, maybe. Did they not get this thing fixed? Shit. And he goes in, he goes, where are you going? And you can see, John, in the directory, there are no apartment numbers on your floor anymore. It just says floor 23.
The fuck's going on here?
What's up? Where are you going?
I don't understand.
Hey, are you that guy from the commercial?
What fucking commercial?
People want to start laughing. And he's like,
yes.
This is the guy from the commercial. Master Stan, you're going to floor 23. You're going to go see Master Stan.
Master Stan.
I'll let you go. And he goes up and he leans in and the retinal scan scans and your apartment was on floor 23, John. So the elevator takes off and he says, did you have the dream as well?
Listen, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but I want some answers.
Okay. I'm just saying, you know, you should have gotten an invite, but you can just come up with us. Master Stan's here. Maybe you'll even meet Linda.
Who the hell is Linda? Who the hell is Master Stan?
As you go,
Fucking Stan.
the doors open to floor 23. There is no hallway. There's no apartments, anything.
Oh.
All of the walls have been leveled. And you're looking into a honest to fucking God Japanese garden of bonsai trees indoors.
Beautiful.
There's fucking cherry blossoms like fucking on the ground. And it's very serene. You can hear music like pan flute.
Fuck.
Coming from invisible speakers everywhere. Every now and then there's like the trees are actually kind of cleverly disguising some support beams and stuff that's like actually keeping this place up, but it looks super open.
Yeah.
Like a fucking, you're outdoors.
Oh.
Fuck.
He's like, come with me. And he's walking you past, and there's people raking like rock gardens and shit, like making designs.
Yeah.
And there's like sitar and people like fucking like meditating.
Sitar? Wait a minute. You're mixing like different Eastern cultures together?
My point is,
I was with you so far, but I'm now a little confused.
it's kind of jarring. It seems like people from all kinds of ideas of what this thing is, and they all seem to be welcome. Like they're all just
I like
doing
how Christian
weird
called Ben out on that, and Ben just rolled with it. And like
Basically, white versions of Buddhism and Indian culture.
it's like, no, you can't get me. You can't get me.
They're just weird, different pockets going on.
Yeah.
Like the whole motif overall is this very Japanese Zen garden thing.
Got it.
But you're walking and he's walking with you. As he's walking, people are whispering. He's like, yeah, the commercial. And they're all like wide-eyed, like, oh my God. And they're like
they get
laughing
this?
and whatever.
Laughing? They're laughing at me?
How'd they get fucking footage of John? How does this fucking work?
Fucking AI.
Fucking Yam Hammer bullshit.
Deep fake.
Do the thing. You're the commercial guy. Do the thing.
Listen, if one more fucking person asks me to do the thing at the commercial, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I've been on a fucking train with chickens and an airplane, and I want some answers.
They're like laughing. They think you're like doing the bit, like you're doing like this character, like a Costanza, and they're just like, I love it. This is amazing.
Shut the fuck up.
Like it's just John Brand. It's on brand. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Larry David. Like he's legitimately mad, but it's funnier. And you walk over and you come to where you can see the rock garden is actually where Moonbeam's apartment used to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they kind of walk you past that. And now you get to a place where it's like really still. The music's very faint here and it's just kind of quiet. And you can see a small, looks like a monastery.
What?
Someone says, Master Stan is in there.
Okay.
Ooh.
What the fuck is... I'm in this weird, like, fucking It's a Wonderful Life, like, feverly dream. I'm like, what's happening?
I love that John just be like, okay. I love that John just takes everything.
Okay.
Like, whatever, fuck you. You know? You look like shit.
Yeah.
And you're also noticing, like, hey, when you left, you had about 60 parishioners in your apartment. It was packed in there. They've leveled the walls to all the apartments and made this entire floor into this, like, fucking enclave.
Wow.
You're noticing, like, no one recognizes you as John Anderson. They don't recognize you at all, or they kind of go, like, the commercial guy.
Fuckers. Fuckers.
So you walk up these stairs into this, like, monastery, and you walk into a dojo, like a legit dojo.
Shit, yeah.
And there's a man standing there, and he's got white beard braided. And he goes, so you've come, Johnny.
What?
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, Johnny boy.
Christian's lost his shit.
Oh my god. This weird kung fu master?
Yeah. He's like super fucking, like, he's got a fucking, like, karate outfits.
A gi?
A gi. He's got like a gi on,
Yeah.
or whatever it is, like a Aikido. It's a very Japanese Aikido.
Yeah.
Oh, like a kimono kind of thing, you mean? Like
Yeah, kimono.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a typical Japanese martial arts master.
Okay.
But he is dressed as one.
Okay.
And his hair is white and braided. And he says,
Is he white?
yes.
Because it's funnier if he's white.
He's white. He is white. He is white. He says, come, sit.
Can he just be, who's the actor from Karate Kid?
Mr. Miyagi?
No.
Oh, Ralph Macchio?
Macchio?
Ralph Macchio?
Can he just be Ralph Macchio?
Is-
like 120-year-old Ralph Macchio? Can we do that canonically?
He looks like Ralph Macchio, sure.
Sure.
Can he be Ralph Macchio?
He's like, come, sit. And he's gesturing with a very relaxed but stiff gesture.
I think John should just like sit and collapse just because he's so exhausted. Like he's like the fucking dude in Big Lebowski. He's like at Jackie Treehorns. He's just like,
Yes.
all right, what the fuck am I doing here?
And people are peeking in through the fucking doorway to see what's going to happen. They're whispering, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are experiencing some confusion, Johnny. Do you have any questions for me that I may enlighten you?
Where's Moonbeam? Where's my fucking apartment? What the fuck is going on here?
Yes, I could see why that would confuse you, Johnny.
I think John like gets up to go like just like smack this guy in the face.
You swing at him, and he deftly just moves and dodges it.
Jesus.
Oh, I see you'd like to volunteer and help teach my class today, Johnny.
You son of a bitch.
The parishioners, the people start coming in. They're all flooding around. He's like, we have a volunteer to help teach today's class. The lesson, 12 ways to kick an ass.
You little... like, I'm, like, shocked that he moved, because I'm, like, the fucking quickest fucking person in this game. I, like, feel like, oh, maybe I'm a little tired. Like, you know, like, trying to, like, stretch
You're like,
a little bit.
fuck.
Like, huh.
All right, you ready? You're going to throw down with this guy?
So I'm rolling... What am I rolling?
Roll me your initiative.
2d6? Is that right?
Plus your reaction.
I think it's 3d6, Christian.
I think it's 3d6 too, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, it is 3d6.
Yeah, roll those, add them together, and add your reaction to it.
10, 15, plus 9, 24.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck, that's a sick one.
John's gonna fuck him up.
Nice. This dude got a 12.
Show him how, John. Show him how.
I think it'd be great if the people in the school are like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's like, that's right, Johnny's fucking back.
Johnny's back, baby.
John's just disheveled And fucking just like you got a scraggly neck beard going on.
Oh,
and just
definitely.
Yeah. You smell like you haven't bathed in a week. You've been on fucking
No, I'm
trains
trying
and
to be
shit.
like chickens, like I'm like in the back of this fucking
There's like feathers
cattle
in your
car.
hair and shit. Yeah. This dude, he dodges your fist, but all of a sudden you're moving with blinding speed. And you can tell me what you try to do.
I'm just trying to think of something insulting.
just throw him out the fucking window, man. Just fucking murder this guy.
Yeah, I think John should try to like step on his toe.
Oh, I love it.
Like make him trip. Like just fucking step on his foot.
Roll me. We'll make it a keto move.
Cool.
It's all real keto.
Sure, of course.
Big toe.
Step on the toe.
What am I rolling?
So you're rolling your Aikido versus a target number 4.
6 combat.
So you could add all of those, and you're rolling
the
to see
thing
how
is,
many.
I have to save some for the encounter, the whole encounter, right?
True. It's all balance. Sometimes you want to just put a hurt bomb on so they get a penalty from their damage, and then they have a worse chance next time to hit you. It's all
Yeah, fuck it.
strategery.
Yeah,
It's all strategery.
Well, I'm just gonna step on his toe though. So let me
This
just.
guy's a fucking wisp. He's a fucking wisp. Doesn't matter
All
what
right,
you do.
I'm
It's
gonna
gotta
add
be-
2. I'm only gonna add 2 combat dice because I want to just step on this guy's friggin' toe.
Okay. So see how many 4s or higher you got. By the way, your light wound is healed. It's been a week. You've been
Okay.
treating it and keeping track of it. That's gone, so you don't
I
have
have
any
2
penalties.
5s and a 4, the highest.
So they got 3 successes. Oh my god, he has a lot.
Shit.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Son of a bitch.
5.
Should've-
So he has 2 net successes,
Oh no.
which means he stages up.
Fuck me.
And so he does a moderate stun wound.
Son of a bitch.
You try to step on his toe, he actually just
Spreads his toes wide and John misses between his toes.
Son of a.
he does like this thing, like you know how like when your hand it's like slap my hand and then you move it and you slap his foot steps on your toes. You come at him and he fucking moves it out and steps on your toes quick.
Son of a bitch.
Roll your body versus target number 7. How many 6s?
I got a 5 and a 4.
No 6. So
God
you
damn.
took the moderate. So roll your Aikido. Same thing. We're going to roll the same thing, but you can add as many combat dice as you want on this one, John. Oh boy. Like you can add all the remaining. You have
Wait, I have to roll now
Yep.
for him to attack.
For melee. That's how it works.
I'm adding it all. Fuck, not a great roll.
2 successes.
Oh, wait, on. Okay, 3. No, actually, it's not bad. 3 6s, 2 5s, and a 4.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
You got 3 net successes. You win,
Dude.
and you did 3.
Fuck
Oh, hang on.
yes.
Hang on. Sorry, your target number 6. It's a +2 penalty because you're moderately
Stunned.
wounded.
Oh, you
So you
bastard.
got 3 6s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you still won.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah, John, you did. Yeah, you did. Come on, boy.
You just did a strength moderate wound to him. Your strength, you said, was what, 7?
My strength is 5.
So he needs to do a target number 5 for his body. No successes.
Yes.
Fuck yes.
You did a moderate wound to him.
What do you do?
You guys are just exchanging blows. What do you do, John?
He did that little thing. I stepped forward to step on his toe, and then he quickly like moved his foot up and stepped on mine. And then I want to have John like he's got a fist going towards his face, but then he does that move in the fucking Matrix, makes a fist, but then like sticks his hand out. Just sticks his hand out and his fingertips just like choke him right in the Adam's
Right,
apple.
the fucking Adam's apple.
Yeah.
Yes.
You did the
Yes.
1 inch
Yes.
throat chop. That's sick. Yeah, you fucking hit him and he's like, oh, and he's fucking like, now he stumbles backwards and
He did
he's
the buried alive Uma Thurman in the coffin fucking punch.
And then
Yeah.
John's gonna be like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, did you say something, Master Stan?
and you hear the parishioners all around. They're like, oh, like at first they're like cheering when they stepped on your toes, but now they're like, oh, and he's like, and he's like, oh, nice one, Johnny.
At least you're still laughing.
I watched your fight. I know all your moves.
What fight?
You have been trained well. You were corporate sponsored, I take it?
Corporate.
And he comes at you again, and now you guys just do some like, I'm just imagining you guys are doing like circle sparring, and he's like, they have excellent teachers, but there are weaknesses to corporate training.
I like the idea of them. Sorry. Thank you. But I like the idea of like you mentioned like geese or something, like when they're just like kind of grabbing at each other, like
Yeah.
like in these some of these fights where it's like they're not even really making posts, they're like grappling, but they're like grabbing the geese and like
Yeah.
like it's like this weird.
As you're talking, you grab him and like flip him, but he lands on his feet, and he's like, he's like, ugh! And then he like flips you, and you like catch the wall and jump off. Like there's like sweet moves happening while you guys are like talking.
Yeah, and like little like slaps and like just small connections, like no like real punches, just like little stupid.
It's an indescribable 4-dimensional chess.
We're showing off. We're just trying to see who's faster and who's better.
It looks like patty cake to the layman, but it's serious fucking work.
Yeah.
To the trained
Anyone
eye.
who truly knows Aikido knows that each one of these seemingly mundane moves could kill a man if they executed perfectly.
Right. If we actually weren't holding back a little bit, just to see what testing each other's metal.
If you weren't both facing off against a true master, that's the real thing.
Yes.
They have excellent teachers, but there are weaknesses to corporate training. Some intentional, some not. You have the will, but do you have the fortitude to defeat me? And he comes in straight. He's gonna, and he.
I love the
script. I see you have the will, Johnny, but do you have the fortitude?
Who the fuck is this guy?
And as he says that, the walls are actually a television screen. All of them. And this commercial comes on for Master Stan. Stand up for yourself. Stan, that's his name.
I love it.
I can't believe how much Ben has written into this. So this is great.
I love this.
Turn that limp wrist into a fearsome fist. It's time to stand up for honor. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for yourself.
And it shows the scene from Runnerfest of John's limp wrist.
Oh no!
Fucking slapping himself in the face.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Turn that limp wrist into a fearsome fist.
What an asshole!
Oh no! Oh my god!
And all the prisoners are laughing again. They're all laughing again at John.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
And he comes at you again, John. As he sees you're paying attention to the screens. It's like kind of disorienting. It's 360 degrees. These paper walls have become projected.
I feel like John's got to roll for distraction. You can't just give it to him. He's got to roll for distraction.
Yeah, you can roll your willpower, John. Target number 4.
That's fucking
2
hilarious.
6s.
Woo!
Yes!
You fucking got it.
Shit.
It's disorienting. You're seeing yourself. One of the fucking worst moments, the most embarrassing things could happen to someone all throughout Seattle, but maybe further.
Son of a bitch.
You see this move coming at you, okay? It's still the same turn. You both got 2 turns this turn.
Okay.
Target number 6 for him and target number 6 for you. Roll your Aikido.
Oh, okay.
I love this.
No 6s for him. Did you get any 6s?
Hold on.
Do it, John. Do it, John. Do it, John. Do it, John. Do
1
it, John.
6.
Oh, Johnny boy.
Yes.
He watches your eyes move toward the screen, and he moves. And at that same moment, your eyes dart back to his, and you see him coming. And he's going for like a lunge grab.
It should be like flashes of like, with the screen, like, the whole room goes like black for like a second, and then like the next second, like John's like a foot closer, like
John, you're like spidered on the corner of the wall. So he does like a lunge jump at you, John, to grab you. What do you do when he's like coming at you?
I'm gonna do classic Seagal, just like flip him on the ground, like just grapple and like toss him onto the ground onto his back. I want to.
He's gonna roll his body,
but it's like he's slammed to the ground, like slammed hard.
He just rolled snake eyes for his body roll.
Yes!
Now,
Yes!
typically that only matters for a skill roll, but I think it's really fucking perfect right now.
Yes!
You fucking flip him, and he does like a double fucking flip and smashes straight through the paper wall and scatters, rolls down the fucking stairs, falls into the koi pond. And he comes up, and he's like, and his fucking white hair is all over his face, and everyone's fucking quiet.
Wow.
I imagine John like fucking pushing through the door, like coming down the stairs after him. He's soaked. All of his hair is now in his face. He's like trying to get his fucking composure again.
Can you describe like physically what this person looks like?
This
Maybe you
dude,
did a little bit before.
He
but-
looks like Ralph Macchio.
Yes.
But with white hair and obviously much more weathered, aged face.
Yes.
But there's a calm, a perceived frailty.
Yes.
But like you can tell there's something,
inner
there's a
strength.
core inner strength there that
Got it.
supersedes
Yeah.
any real law of physics. Something's going on there. He fucking tears off his gi.
Spoiled.
Yeah, and he's fucking ripped, like completely fucking like waxed.
Is he just like covered in Yakuza tattoos,
That's
or is he
sweet.
just like all like plain skin?
Master Stan. No, I think it's funny if Master Stan he has no tattoo, not even any scars.
tats.
He's
No tats.
literally like flawless. Otherwise, it's a little old.
Like a Jean-Claude.
He looks like, when you watch like those like Japanese like obstacle course shows,
Yeah.
and some guy's like, I'm a 50-year-old fisherman. And then he takes like this like shirt. He's like old but ripped.
Yes.
But like small muscles. That's him. He's like fucking little wiry asshole.
He looks like John. He looks like fucking...
Yeah.
He looks like...
John, it's your turn now. You don't have any combat dice left, but you can do your Aikido move. What do you do? He's gained his composure. He's sopping wet. He's dripping with water. He just came out of this koi pond.
Did he get hurt? Like, what did I do?
Oh, yeah, he's got a serious wound right now, but he's still standing. Now he's been thrown through the paper wall. He's made a huge commotion. Everyone on this floor now sees, and they're all gathered around.
Oh, I'm going for more. I'm going for fucking more.
You going for more?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's see what you got. Roll your Aikido versus target number 6.
6 and a 5 are my highest.
So you got 1 success. He has to get a target number of 7, which is the same as the 6. You got 1 success, but you are the attacker, so you win.
Fuck yes, John.
Now you got to roll against your damage. Target number 5. No successes. What do you do, John?
I just want to run and flying kick and knock it back into that pool.
Fuck yeah. You fucking flying kick and you just see teeth fly out.
Fuck yes!
Like you fucking kick his teeth out. His fucking jaw breaks. He's fucking kicked backwards and he goes in flying. Like imagine like a fucking sweet like Bruce Lee kick. Like just a full-on powerful kick. And it blows him off halfway into the fucking pond.
Yeah, John should do like a like a crazy like noise, like a tennis player and Bruce Lee mixed together.
That was awesome.
Yes.
He's unconscious. He falls in this fucking water and he's just like floating on the fucking surface. And these parishioners kind of like wade out. It's not a very tall pond. It's about like 3 feet.
Yeah.
And they wade out and they pull him out of the water and they're all just kind of looking at you.
Fuck, dude. Yes, John, delivering.
You're just standing there looking at all of them.
John like should rip his shirt off, like flex, like fucking Roadhouse.
I love it. I love this. And he's waking up now because he hit the water. He starts to stand up and he's like, he can't fucking stand. And you just hear someone say, "Master Stan, stop this." And he turns and it's a woman's voice. Wow. And you turn and you see Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
It sounded so like Archer. Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
And she looks cool as hell. She's got shoulder-length black hair, silver blue eyes. She's got tight black leather pants on, midriff showing.
Oh, yeah.
Green leather fucking jacket on.
Yeah.
She's like, "Master Stan, stop this. This man is not the fool you think him to be. You're going to get yourself killed."
Fuck yes.
And Master Stan says,
yes.
"My sincerest apologies, Miss Hayward."
It's all out of sync.
Yeah, it's all, his mouth is moving
still
different.
keep moving afterwards.
Yeah. And she walks closer and stares into John's black eyes. And she says, "You're different than I saw you last."
What the fuck is going on?
A lot has gone on, John.
My apartment's gone. You took all my money. You took my whole cult, didn't you?
She puts a hand up to calm you. She's like, "It's all out of the bag, John. The embezzlement, all of it. We all know everything about it."
I should be like, "Oh, thank God." Oh, thank God.
It's over. The story arc is over. Yeah. Oh, thank God. I love it. And she says, she looks at, she goes, "Your eyes, I could tell you've seen something terrible."
I have seen things.
Terrible things. You just repeat what she says. Exactly. As if there's depth to his words.
I should just pull her close and like start making out with her.
That's awesome. Yeah, do it,
Can I roll
dude.
for that? Can I roll to see if she turns around?
Roll your charisma, John. Roll your charisma.
Do it, dude. You will win over everyone right now.
Target number 6. It's difficult. It's a
I only have
difficult
2
roll.
charisma.
Wait,
Can I use my...
whoa. I want to lobby for corporate etiquette over charisma here, because they are in a fucking cult business room right now.
I think it's funny if she rejects. I think it's worth the risk.
Perfect, John. Perfect, Chris. 2 dice.
It's worth the risk.
Target number 6. She's looking in your eyes, John.
Do it.
Looking in your eyes, John.
1-6.
Oh my God! And you
1-4 and 1-6.
Oh my God! I love it. I imagine
she's
John
been going through John withdrawals for the last fucking week, dude.
I imagine John closing the distance to see if she flinches. She doesn't react, and then a Han Leia like smoldering kiss, like fucking passionate. And all the prisoners don't know what the fuck to do. They're just like,
nobody gets as much play as J-Bone.
I want John to like stop himself like halfway through, like can't do it. Like can't get sucked back in.
And she makes the same exact. She's like, No. And she turns and she looks at him and she goes, leave us. You need to talk in private.
Can I just ask, is every eye in this entire floor 23 looking at them right now?
Every single one.
Fuck yes.
Every
Okay,
single one just saw him kick the shit out of their master Stan. And now
and
he's
make out
getting
with
the
their
girl.
cult leader. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The dice are with me tonight.
Throwing rocks tonight.
He is John.
I always love it though when John fails to it. It's funny if he's sick and when he fails.
But that's what makes it great when he does succeed, because he fails so often.
Yeah, baby. Oh my god.
You guys walk into the dojo, and she closes the paper doors behind you.
And everyone sees you making sweet, sweet love to her in silhouette form.
Going into the paper walls.
Paper walls, yes.
Well, it's funny to me too that just let's please reiterate how John looks right now too. He looks fucking crazy. He looks like a homeless dude.
Looks like a homeless man, yes.
Yeah, but now his shirt's off. He looks like ripped.
Still ripped.
Looks like Patrick Swayze, yeah.
Once you guys are alone, she says, I think this goes without saying, but this isn't your place anymore, John.
It's okay. I'm all right with that.
Okay.
I'm actually not mad. I'm done with this place. This is all Yam's idea. This was all Yam's idea anyway.
She's who? She's like,
She just to say who. Yeah.
It's all your mom's idea, okay?
Not my mom, but never mind. My mom.
Yeah, it's for the best. I know about the embezzling. I've known the whole time. I was interested before because I didn't fully understand you. And she kind of gives you another look like she might be falling for you again. And she's like, I've come to learn it's only because you don't fully understand yourself.
I mean, okay.
Thank you. One of my favorite things is to throw deep shit at John, to let John handle it John's way. And it's like, it reminds me of the SNL sketch of the guy that's like, okay.
This is my favorite episode. When I just get to sit back and watch Christian and Ben just talk to each other for like an hour. This is the best. I fucking love it. Keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
I need to know. I'm sorry if this embarrassed you. I'm sorry if I embarrassed your cult, but just take it. Just take the money. Take it all. I'm a runner. I'm not this isn't what I was meant for. I'm not built for this.
I know.
I'm built for kicking ass.
The lust starts to fill her eyes for a second again. There's that badass she likes. And she's like, clearly, yeah, you're not the puppet.
John's oddly the most confident he's been the whole season. Like he started really low.
He's let go.
He's let go. And Tina's the opposite. I love that you guys are the fucking scale. It's clear to me now you're not the puppet I originally thought you were.
Ooh.
At least not the puppet I need.
Puppet.
I think this is goodbye, John.
I think you're right. Both saying goodbye. Tina and I both are saying goodbye to our loves.
Yeah.
It's a long moonbeam.
It's Linda.
You'll always be moonbeam to me. It's John. It's John, by the way.
Call me John. I'll see you around, John. And she turns and she walks straight through a wall.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
You watch her walk straight through a wall.
What?
And she's gone.
What?
The fuck?
Like magic shit?
Cutting over to Tina Bone Meal in her.
Oh my god, dude!
In
What the
her
fuck?
basement, working on her shit. What are you doing now, Tina?
Tina's been making some headway. She's got some notes that have been written down by Condor on some different types of welding techniques. She's working on a meatball sub in one hand. She's kind of done with what she's doing for now. She's sitting back and she's just munching on a 12-inch meatball sub and kind of inspecting what she's been working on. She's kind of happy with it. For the first time in about a week or so, she feels like a plateau. Everything's just been kind of this downward spiral of emotion and just emptiness. And all of a sudden, just like the completion of what she feels like she's created, everything just kind of subsides for a second.
The nosedive has stopped.
She doesn't feel pain. She doesn't feel euphoria. She just doesn't feel anything. And that makes her smile just a little bit.
So depressing.
She can handle it. She's a lonely troll. You know, that's been her life. She broke up with Leia Bear, right? So it's like she knows the pain of losing Leia Bear. But for the first time in about a week, she kind of just feels okay at the bottom. That's what I'll say.
She's just alone in her thoughts.
Yeah. Yep.
No, this is interesting because she usually would call John or something and talk with him, but no.
She's seen too much John.
Right at that point, Tina pops out the cassette tape of Boyz II Men 2 and she puts in some Madonna. Like a Prayer comes on. She's just like, things just feel a little bit better. And
Tone change a little bit.
bobbing a little bit.
As you're switching the tape out, you notice, your phone sitting on the table there. You realize you've had a bunch of missed texts.
Oh, really?
They must have come in when you got your service again.
Yeah.
And this is separate from your pager. This is like your phone.
Yeah. The brick phone.
You got like 12 missed texts.
Yeah.
A bunch of them don't really matter, but one of them makes you stop cold.
Really?
It's from Zupa Leone.
Oh.
And it says, care to make an exchange? And there's a little
What the fuck?
paper clip next to it, like a little attachment.
She boops the attachment button.
Your blood chills as the picture, scan lines as the picture's loading on your phone.
Yeah.
And you see Bulwark, battered and beaten and bloody,
No.
tied to a chair.
Who? Who?
Christian Bulwark is in Tina's Yonker Pile band, her punk band.
Okay.
He was the tiny minotaur that Tina
He's a tiny minotaur.
tasked going
Oh,
to
yeah,
the...
And he's fucking like beaten up and shit?
Yeah.
No. Tina looks at it for a long, hard pause.
You'd sent him a text before you went to the Bahamas saying, you had this data, we need to talk.
Oh, fuck.
I love it. Tina just got through telling me that she plateaued. Like, finally, no more nosedive.
Fuck, dude.
Madonna's on.
But now she has somebody else to worry about besides herself.
There's always enough friends to fuck with for Tina.
Tina texts back. She types into her brick phone there, and in the old style of phone where you have to like hit like number, letter,
you have to go through
letter.
three letters.
She texts
It takes
back.
20 minutes. She fucked up 12 times.
Yes.
Huge troll fingers.
She just like beeps out time and place. I'll be there. Send.
Seconds pass, and another message comes in. It says, Yankee Noodle, tonight at 7 p.m. Bring the disc.
Oh, the Yankee nudes. Classic Yankee nudes.
Tina just texts back, eggplant emoji, first emoji.
The fuck?
Eggplant emoji, knife emoji.
She hit send.
That's awesome.
Tina wants to dial up John real quick.
Sweet.
Phone rings, John.
I should pick up, and I'm like still like catching my breath from the fight,
Yeah.
and I'm like crying a little bit.
Emotional, John.
Tina? Yeah, Tina.
Tina's got the brick phone in the crook of her head and her shoulder, and she's you don't know this about Tina, but like in the dark place she's in, she thinks she's gonna take on some cigar smoking because John's been a bit influence in her life, and she's like torchlighting a cigar right now while she's like talking to John. She's like, John.
I didn't expect to hear from you so soon. I thought we needed a little break from each other.
I know, John. 1 beer a week. I know.
Dealing with some shit tonight.
I know. I just.
Tina, you're all I've got left.
John, you're the only thing I've ever had. The only thing I've ever had, John.
What do you need?
But listen,
Anything. What do you need?
there's somebody else who needs us tonight. I heard from Zupa.
Super Leone.
Motherfucking Zupa.
What the fuck?
He's got Bulwark. He's got Bulwark, John.
Who?
I mean, it's perfect.
John and I have the same reaction.
Bulwark, you met him. You met him last week. Zupa's got him. We gotta get him back, John. John, I know it's been a long flight. I know it's been a
We
long
have to
week.
do this tonight.
John,
I mean, I did say anything.
can't-
I did say anything, but tonight we have to do this tonight.
I can't offer you anything, John. But I got a fucking plan. I need you, buddy. I fucking need you, John.
All right, let's do it.
My place. 6 o'clock. Get over here, John.
Okay, you got it, Tina.
Sick. Time shift. It's 6 p.m., John. You've got all the belongings to your name with you. You're out of your apartment. You don't have any place to live. It's like he has all of his clothes on, like in a pack on his back, showing up to Tina's apartment factory at 6 p.m. You tell me how you get there, John. You can tell me what you do.
I think it's funny if I go to my storage locker and I open it up and I switch on Jan and it's like,
Welcome back, John.
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome. The fucking headlight, like we just see it, like the fucking doors come up and the headlights on, and John is on his fucking bike
then
again.
there should be an option to like temporarily like shut Yam off like Siri. Like I just
like-
kind of like switch.
I've been meaning to speak to you, John. There's much I'd like to...
You switch it off.
He's gonna come back to Yam, you know he is.
Oh, yeah.
Just like Moonbeam's always come back to, but right now he's silencing
I
it.
love it. The man in charge of the machine. So you rip over to the factory area and May
Oh, you're
Creek
right-
where
you're
Tina
writing
lives.
down.
Yeah, I've now got to change. I've got to change of clothes for my storage. My storage unit has like. I think it'd be sweet if my storage unit has like a little workbench with a compute, like a terminal.
I didn't know
and-
John had a storage unit. That's just fucking sick. This is
It came
news
with
to
the
me.
apartment. They came
Yeah.
with the apartment.
Oh,
I've had this for a while. I've
nice.
referenced this for a while, like having the place a garage.
I know
or
there's a
something.
garage under the apartment, but I didn't know you had a storage unit. That's awesome.
Well, I guess
He's got the high lifestyle.
Yeah.
And he pays for it basically. He pays $10,000.
That's awesome.
You talked about having a workbench when you were a kid, but you also said you still worked on your bike. So it's assumed you still. I mean, you have a high
it's-
lifestyle. You can tell us what you have because you pay for it.
Dude,
it's,
that's
it's not.
sick.
It's not fancy. It's just like
That shouldn't be.
That's sweet.
It's John's Batcave.
it's John's
Yeah.
back cave.
John's back.
Yeah,
Is that
dude.
where you live now, John? Do you live in the
I mean, I guess I have to.
Yeah, he like lives on like G2 of the apartment building below floor 23 of the cult. Like John just lives downstairs now.
Exactly.
Maybe once every day or two, like there's another awkward encounter with Moonbeam where she comes down to get her fucking, like she has like a little scoot in there.
Oh, they're gonna hook up.
Right before John buzzes over to Tina as he fucks Moonbeam down in the basement.
No,
in the
not yet.
Batcave.
We gotta let that smolder for a little bit.
Well, she just walked through a fucking wall, so you
I
don't
don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
You don't want to see her now.
So John's coming over.
Yeah, what does he see
Nice.
when he rolls up to the factory, Tina? You can
The
describe
factory is just dark. Like the factory, the lights are turned out, there's like broken windows and shit. It's a dilapidated factory like always, but no lights up there. What he does see is just like a faint light glowing through the garage window of the exterior boat garage out back.
I'm just gonna walk up to that. I'm gonna park the bike and cautiously approach.
kick down the stand, walk out.
Yeah.
Tina, you see John Anderson walking into your garage.
Yeah, he just comes right in the front door. Tina's hunkered over just like some sparks and a big fucking stand and a chair, and she's fucking welding away, and she's got some headphones in, and she's just like occupied over by the boat and the workbench, just sizzling on some welding.
Tina, what's going on? What are we doing?
She looks up, she flips up her helmet, she turns around, she looks at John. In this moment, she feels like she's connected again because I hate to say it's because she needs something, but it's because she feels like there's purpose again. John, they got him. Listen. She puts down her welding torch, turns off the gas. John, Zupa, they got him. We gotta get him back, John. I need everything you got.
And then John's tired from his long journey, but he's also feels a sense of relief. He's been carrying almost the opposite, where Tina, since the explosion, has been carrying a burden. John's been carrying a burden like the whole time, and now he's finally free of the. He feels like a new man right now.
Free of the shackles of the cult.
Tina sees that. There's like a weight lifted off of him, but she also sees like the bruises on his body. Did you get beat up much by that guy? I mean,
Oh, definitely, yeah. My toe hurts.
You wrapped your foot. You got a good wrap on it now. You don't have any more. It was stun damage, and it's been a couple hours, so that's all gone. You've massaged it out.
It'd be
You're
good if I had like a bruised face. Like I got in a fucking fight.
Oh yeah.
she walks right over to the fridge. She pops it open. She pulls out a beer, which she knows
Yes.
John doesn't like to drink, but she pulls it out anyway.
I'm gonna
She-
drink it now, though. It's funny if John's so like he's open right now.
a cold meatball sub. She walks right over to him. She hands him the sub. She hands him the beer.
Tina's smoking good cigars. John's drinking
She's got
beers.
a cigar smoldering, and she's just like, John, we got to show you something.
Okay.
She takes him back over to the workbench.
We time jump. It's 7 p.m. You guys roll up to the Yankee Noodle parking lot. It's familiar to you. This is where the first kill of our podcast happened, right in this parking lot.
Yeah,
We're renewed.
That's right.
It's rain slicked. It's always fucking rain slicked in Seattle. The fucking neon lights are reflecting off the slicked asphalt of this parking lot. You can see that the motorcyclists have started to park their bikes somewhere else.
Yes.
And there's an area right outside the entrance to the Yankee Noodle that has like scaffolding. It's kind of marked for construction.
Yeah.
Like you can tell there's something being worked on there. And as you walk in, it's business as usual. The fucking restaurant's open. People are eating, they're seated, they're having a good time. The troll bouncer checks you all for your weapons. Weapons in the bin. He's like, the boss is expecting you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put all your weapons in the bin, or do you?
Oh boy.
Yeah, except for my shot gloves.
So John's keeping his shot gloves. Tina's gonna keep her brass knuckled knife if she can.
We're gonna roll
See
for
if
it.
She can conceal that in.
The shot gloves I can imagine would be people aren't looking for that. It looks like a
Sweet.
Michael
Right.
Jackson glove.
Yeah.
A fucking brass knuckle knife, they'd see that. So we're going to have them roll perception against that. What's the concealability of that?
Tina's gonna like unload all of her shit, her grenades, her fucking taser, her automatic shotgun.
Shot gloves have a 9 concealment.
That's
Yeah.
all. I'm not even going to roll against the shot gloves because I just feel like
Her knife conceal is an 8.
this guy's got a perception of 3, average. He's not a high-paid bouncer. And we're going to see if he rolls over an 8. Any 6s? No 6s. So you
No
sneak
sixes.
past
She's- okay.
the knife.
She keeps her brass knuckles.
You're not
knife.
bringing the cogburn, right?
No,
the
no.
cogburn you're not. Okay.
Nothing else.
You put
Nothing
that
else. She's
in.
just
Okay.
bringing her knife.
Nice.
That's playing into the distraction of everything she's unloading to make it look like, oh, I'm getting rid of all this shit, but not her knife.
Where does she hide it? Let's get some dicks hard. Where does she hide the knife?
She hides her knife right in like the underside of her cleavage. Like it comes up underneath her bra in
Under boob.
between. There's a sheath in between there, and it's like inside.
I like
it's
it.
one of those things where like you're not gonna spend too much time feeling up in there because it's awkward.
It's added
And,
support. Added support also as a bonus.
As they're scanning all this shit, she sends a message real quick while they're doing this.
I imagine it looks like it feels like one of those like hardwire bras. You know, it's like it's extra support for Tina too, but she can take the fucking like if anyone felt it, it'd be like that's like okay, she's an active woman. And then it's like a fucking brass knuckle knife comes out of there. Sorry, Dan, continue.
I want her to send a message real quick that says everything in place, ? Send. And I just want to see if she gets a message back.
Who are you texting?
I am texting the leader of Questions Only.
Oh my god.
Who was that? Bobby?
I love how you knew that.
Okay.
Because we handed off all that shit to Bulwark, and he handed the shit off to my gang.
Oh.
That was stuff we rolled for back then. And they were supposed to go do something. I want to see if it's in place.
I want you to roll me. This is for if your plan actually worked.
Okay.
Okay? So you can tell me what you want to roll. You can make an effort. You can make an argument for what you think you should be rolling to make that happen. I think maybe even maybe intelligence or charisma, whatever one.
So intelligence is 3, charisma is 3, so it doesn't much matter. So I'll just be a 3.
And I'm going to give it a target number 6.
No 6s.
No answer.
I just don't hear back.
You don't get any text back.
Okay.
You walk in. The waiter doesn't seem to know anything. Come with me. That there's a table reserved for you just back here, and you walk through the same area you did. You're walking past the bench where people are eating noodles at the bar there.
People are getting hand jobs.
So you're walking over and you see the table. Everything looks the same, but the table you guys all met in the very beginning, the very same table that you and John met each other, and Rory.
Yes.
But it's turned now, as you come to it, it's long ways going back. And Zuppalone is sitting at the end of the table facing you.
Yeah.
And on one side is Bulwark.
Fuck.
And on the other side of him are 3 of the Questions Only. And they all look pretty fucked up.
Shit.
Like on the other side of the table are 3 Questions Only people?
Yeah. They're all sitting on the same side as Zupa.
Yeah.
And there's a side for you guys to come sit.
Fuck.
And he's enjoying himself. He's eating noodles. He's like, yeah, come and sit. Have a seat.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, so yeah. Oh, I see. Bulwark's on one side of Zupa, and the other 3 are on the
Yep.
other side of Zupa. They're on the other side of the
Yes, and behind him are 4 mean-looking mafia soldiers just kind of standing with their hands behind their backs, behind Zupa.
Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Fucking A.
This is not okay. So when I planned the C4 plan, it didn't involve me and John being in the fucking building. So I don't know. All right, fine.
And he says, hey, I remember you two. You're Bone Mill, right? And you're Joe, James.
That's right.
His name's John.
Hey, you were real funny in that commercial, by the way.
God damn it.
Just a hard set to John's jaw again.
Sutter's breath. Fuck.
He says, have a seat. I got you some noodle. You sure you guys don't want the special? We give off the Yankee Noodle handy.
It sounds mighty tasty.
Yeah, no, please have a seat. Like I said before, I think I love to do my business out in the open.
Doesn't get any more out in the open than this joint.
Just imagine there's like a chair. You know, like restaurants have you kind of sit kind of close to each other.
Yeah,
There's a chair behind.
I can see a dick in my peripheral vision.
I'm imagining a guy sitting directly behind you, back to back, and it's like bumping you because he's getting fucking jerked off.
Jesus Christ.
God.
And
I just want to say, before Tina does anything, she glances over and makes eye contact with Bulwark. And I want to see what she can read through her intelligence.
Yeah, roll me intelligence.
And John makes eye contact awkwardly with some guy like in an O face. Like,
Both of you roll me intelligences. Target number 4.
I had a 1, a 1, and a 2.
A 5 and a 3 and a 2.
John, you can see that man is coming as you look him in the eyes. Oh, God. He's like, oh. And you can tell it like almost ruins it for him. You can tell you ruined this dude's orgasm. Tina, you're not gleaning much from Bulwark, and he won't actually meet your eyes.
Yeah.
You can't tell what that means, but he won't look at you.
Yeah.
And he's kind of just looking. He's got his hands in his lap. He's just looking forward. And you can tell they're all fucked up, but they've been cleaned up. So there's the bruises and cuts and stuff, but there's bandages on them. They don't look like they've been tortured right now. They're like sitting at the table like, anyone eating in the restaurant don't see anything wrong with this scene, really. But you guys all know something's fucked up here. Like, these guys have been tortured.
Is the person I texted Bobby one of the person who's beat up next to?
Correct.
Fuck.
Correct.
Wow.
Fuck. That's why I didn't text back.
Got it.
Okay. Tina doesn't show that, and she just pulls out a chair, and she sits down right in front of Zupa. Pulls out a chair right next to her for John, but doesn't look at John.
Now, look, as I said, I like you guys. All right, you've done good things for me. We're all in good faith here. I know things got messy with the vault. Business can get messy, right? For what it's worth, I'm sorry. He's one of the best fucking couriers I've ever met, obviously. I love the fucking vault. Love the guy. I love the guy, but whatever. Well, this isn't about him. There's no reason this can't be a nice, clean transaction. Obviously, I got the goods. I brought them. I'm assuming you brought yours?
That's an assumption for sure.
He wipes his mouth with a napkin. He sets it down.
What are you supposed to be bringing?
It's the disc.
The data you got from the vault's head.
Oh.
The knock list.
Now, John, your uncle made a copy, too.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this is what this was about or if this was some
It's the knock list.
Okay.
Nope. It's the knock list. Yeah.
Now, look, I'm going to play this straight. I'm going to be real with you. You have no idea how deep the pile of shit is you just stepped in. And I'm right here with you. I know because I'm neck deep in it. So we can be cute all day. We can pretend we don't have the things that we should be having right now. But believe me, if you knew what I know, you would have that data. You'd be happy to give it back to me. You do not want the people coming down on me coming after you.
Zupa, I'm not going to assume you know that I just did battle with 500 pirates off the Bahamian coast. I guess they're islands or whatever the fuck they are.
Muttering to herself.
I think, John, like when you say the whatever the fuck they are, you're like supporting still, like supporting nod, like, okay, yep.
As you're saying this,
it's like you're getting through like a wedding speech, and I'm just like,
like giving her confidence, like you're doing great.
You got this.
Zupa slurps up a mouthful of noodles as you're talking. He's just listening, but he's eating noodles still.
Zupa, I think what you assume is I know anything. Here's the truth. I don't know a fucking thing. I go through life blind. I fight for my friends. I fight for my rent. And I deal with the blows that come. Listen.
I'm imagining John now faltering. He was like, he's like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I think it's funny. You're like, Tina's like, does the Vin Diesel. She's like, I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Look at me. I know what I'm fucking getting into. I know what I'm stepping in right now. I don't know who's after you. I don't fucking care. These 4 people next to you right now, they're all that matters to me. I want them back. It's all yours, Zupa.
John's got a little bit of, his eyes are watering a little bit. He's like, beautiful. Like, they both have nothing to lose. They're both back in action.
I think it's funny if John, she's like, I got these people I love. And John, like, you remembered, like, Moonbeam. It makes you kind of tear up for a second. But you remember her walking through a wall and you're like, ugh.
But before you make a choice right now, Zupa, before you say what you're about to say, I just want to remind you this. Once upon a time, you said me and my friend Johnny here, you wanted to work with us again. And I assume it wasn't to beat up all my friends and blackmail me.
All right. I'm going to... Miss Bone Mill, listen. Let's stop. Let's be professional here. We're professionals here. I had no idea these people were in any association with you, all right? I didn't know it was you involved until you walked through the store. Of course, we're tight, all right? That's the only reason you even get fucking domed as soon as you walk in this doorway, all right? I'm giving you a chance.
Then why are they here?
Because I only leverage I fucking got, all right? You hand me that data, you get your friends back clean.
I don't like it, Bone Meal. Corporate etiquette roll.
Corporate etiquette roll. Roll it. Target number 4.
I want to see if I think he's giving us bullshit. 2 6s.
Holy shit, John is rolling fucking fire tonight.
Fucking lay it on, John.
John, you are, for whatever reason, tonight, you're sharper. All the worries from the past month or so, they're all gone. You are in your fucking element. You feel like you're back in the corporate days. Like you are on the A game, man. You fucking loaded on coke like fucking razor sharp. And you see this man, for better or worse, a straight shooter in front of you.
Oh.
He's not bullshitting you. And he looks scared. He's not used to being scared.
I just put a hand on Tina's shoulder and be like, think he's telling the truth.
Look, you want your friends back? That's music to my fucking ears. You take them, I get the disc. I promise you nothing will happen to you, to them, or the vault. This is over. If you keep that disc, or if you've done something with it that you're not telling me, things get a whole lot worse for everyone at this table. Everyone.
Tina's slowly churning through the fucking chess game that's happening here, and she is slow. And she's looking at her 3 questions only on one side, and she's looking at Bulwark on the other. And she realizes that there's one unaccounted for. She's gonna say,
"These are my friends. How'd they get here at this table in front of me? You said you didn't know who these people were, but they're here, and you're using them to blackmail me."
As waiters do, the waiter chooses this moment to lean in and go, "Is everything good here? Do you need anything?" He's like, "We're good, we're good." like the worst time to interrupt a table.
How's everything tasting?
How's everything tasting? Everything good? Fine.
Moves
Great.
a hand on like his cock.
Yeah, nothing, none of the. And I think it's funny too if the questions only people haven't touched a thing. Silver hasn't moved. Like, do you want another drink, another cocktail? Anyone?
Another job? Another tug job?
Another Yankee Noodle handy? No, no one. She walks off, and he's like, "About that, I'm sorry. One of them didn't make it.
What?
Oh.
It's an honest mistake. We were obviously patting them down. We pat everyone down in here. One of them took off running. One of my guys opened up, shot him right in the ass." And now you're remembering the fucking construction area out in front of the fucking place. He shot the C4 tucked between this dude's ass cheeks and blew it up.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, "For what it's worth, you took out a couple of my best guys. No, that's not really much consolation, but we're even."
Shit.
I love laying this shit on Tina. It's her fault. She put the fucking C4 in his ass. Like,
yeah. So much to think about.
Dan is so. I love it. Dan is.
Fuck. If you excuse me for a second, I need to talk with my business partner.
We should just turn our backs. Like, don't even go anywhere.
And we just turn our backs to the table and we hunker down and we like whisper to each other real quick. And she turns to John.
John, you're face to face to a dude getting a hand job again.
Yeah,
and the dude's trying not to look again.
Right in the corner. Right in the corner. It should be the corner of his eye.
You've already ruined one orgasm. The dude's like, "God."
And she just turns to John, real quiet, under her breath.
What's it called, John? What do you think?
I'm with you 100%, Bomeo. I think he is scared. We could find out who the people want this list. We could take this all the way to the top. Big score. I'm all in, baby. Full fucking royal flush.
Do we parlay this into us working for Zupa to help him, to get paid? Or do we like fuck over Zupa and say, "Fuck you, Zupa"? Like, what's our game? Like, there are like 5 different avenues here. Like,
are you at this moment sliding your copy across the table or no?
Tina looks over to John and she reaches into her jacket pocket and she pulls out slowly an old floppy disk that's blood-stained, reaches out on the table and gives it 3 taps.
Well, let's make a deal.
Thank you for listening to Pink Fohawk. New episodes happen. Until then, we'd be hugely thankful if everyone listening could post about our podcast on Reddit or Twitter, or leave a review on Podchaser or Apple Podcasts, or even just share our show with a couple of friends. That'd be awesome.
Thanks again for giving us your time. It's the most precious commodity any person has.
Pink Fohawk theme created by Collin Ruffino. You can find links to his website in the description below, along with credits for other songs used in this episode.
Thank you for listening.
We'll see you next time.
Dan, you are now officially the voice of Voice Larry. I like your weird ones better. It sounds like part Eeyore, part I don't know. It sounds like Eeyore. It sounds like Eeyore like being artificially inseminated.